Hello, I'm Rachel Jones for the Finance News Network. Joining me from BluGlass is Managing Director Giles Bourne. Giles, welcome back to FNN.
Thank you, Rachel.
Now, first up, Giles, can we talk about your first half results for 2019? What were the highlights?
So the highlights have really been about focusing on our strategy. Our strategy was to, and continues to be, taking our technology, the results that we achieved from the RPCVD technology, and taking that to the market with a view of collaborating, ultimately to license our technology and deliver equipment. And so we've been very much focused on that. And that was underpinned by some results we put out very recently on tunnel junctions. And tunnel junctions, we've talked about previously with you, is a very exciting bit of technology, and we're now taking that data to the industry as a whole. And that happened recently at a key industry conference called Photonics West, where our CTO presented that data for the first time and got really positive reaction. Now we're exploring what that means commercially for us, and so that will be a lot of our focus. We raised money in 2018, calendar year 2018, and that's being used for a facilities upgrade. So that's well underway, and we expect that to come to fruition around the second quarter, the early second quarter of this year. And then part of that is to do with the scaling of our technology. So we've got industry machines there, and we've got now a much larger machine on site, which is one that's typically used by the industry. And so we're scaling up our technology onto a widely used industry platform. So underpinning all of this, we've got a big patent portfolio, got 63 granted patents in 8 patent families, and we'll keep building on that. So as we get more experimental data out, we look at all the validity of that data and how we can use it commercially, and that will then drive our patent strategy. So that will continue to grow.
Excellent. Now, in your review of operations for the half year, you present the technology value proposition roadmap. What is this?
So the technology that we're working on is a very complex bit of technology, the remote plasma chemical vapor deposition, or RPCVD for short. It's taken years and years of development. And what we're trying to do is actually solve multiple problems across the industry. If you like, we're having a portfolio of products. So we looked at one particular area where we could solve a problem initially with LEDs. So we had some breakthrough data that came in 2015. And we started looking at ways we can solve issues in the LED industry about addressing performance. And then subsequently gone on and looked at other applications where just performance, light output, or just performance in other types of devices like power electronics. So ultimately what we're trying to do in our technology roadmap is get to a broad portfolio of products where we become an integral part of the manufacturing of these devices. And so really that's the focus for calendar year 2019 is on that.
And Giles, can you tell us about the expectations for any collaborations?
Sure, so we've been talking about collaborations for a while. So we've had a collaboration with Lumileds, which is ongoing, and we continue our discussions and negotiations with them. Recently we announced a collaboration with an equipment partner, which is Axtron. They're helping us with our upgrading of our machines, so providing support to upgrade that machine. They're obviously interested in future equipment building opportunities as well. We also have collaborations in the micro LED space that we've talked about before. Now that we have greater capacity coming online, not only will we be looking at sort of driving the collaborations we have in place, but we will be also looking at what else can we do with our technology, who else should we be partnering with? And so we will be opening that up. Helping us do that, we have this services business, which we talked about before, called EpiBlu. And that's a foundry service. So we do contract manufacturing for people. But ultimately, what that does is a strategic vehicle. It opens up solutions for our technology where people can try it out, pay us money to do it, as we do small run contract manufacturing. But it provides future collaboration potential for the business and ultimately licensing opportunities and ways we can provide equipment. So that's going to continue to grow during the course of this year.
And now to financials and your share price. Can you provide a snapshot?
So we've just reported that we have 11.7 million on our balance sheet, which is a reasonably healthy position to be in. So we'll continue to invest in the facilities upgrade, which is important. That will come online, as we said, in the second quarter of this year. Our burn rate has gone up slightly since last year, and that's because we're investing more in IP. We've got more people driving the technology and obviously expanding our facilities out. So that's a good thing for the business as sort of driving it through to commercialization. And we're seeing continued support from our shareholder base, a good mix of institutional and retail investors.
And last question now, Giles. What can investors look forward to in the second half of financial year 2019?
Sure. Well, so first and foremost, as we've spoken about recently, is this tunnel junction work that we've talked about. We've got that data out there. That's going to be a lot of our focus in the coming weeks and months to exploit that tunnel junction data and get industry interest. So that will drive a lot of the activity from the commercial and the tech team. But equally in parallel, we'll be upgrading our facilities. That's coming to fruition by the sort of second quarter of this year. Expect our first machine to come online in the second quarter as the facilities come to completion. We will then plan to have an investor open day and actually open up our facilities and show it to everyone. And as I said, we will continue building our IP portfolio. So I think for us, it's going to be a year of focusing on collaborations and turning those collaborations into meaningful commercial outcomes.
Giles Bourne, thanks for the update.
Thank you, Rachel.